Hello everyone, my name's Caffrey and this is my gorgeous dog Coco, and we're still in lockdown. I suppose this has just become a series where Coco and I sit on the floor together and just ramble on about certain topics. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my tattoos and explain the meaning behind them. You okay? You like my tattoos, Coco? So yeah, let's get into it. If you can't tell, Coco's incredibly tired today. She's just not feeling it. As I explained in the last video, my mate Paul helps me post videos on this YouTube channel. He can't be here today due to the lockdown, but as per usual, I did ask him to send in a video, so here's Paul's segment.
What it do, baby? Yeah, guys, I'm back. But for now, just want to say, how are you guys? How are you guys doing? It's a beautiful day. Like, every day's a beautiful day. Like, people always doing their things, keeping themselves safe and sound. And to all the frontliners there, thanks bros, sisters, you're doing a good job. For today, we're just gonna talk about my tattoos. I have like 4 tattoos on me. The first tattoo that I got is the ankh. Ankh is like one of the Egyptian symbol that was commonly used to represent the word of life. Every one of us values life. No matter what, we value life. Am I right? And there's like one more meaning to it. After this vessel die, our soul is gonna go to another, maybe dimension, another world, born in peace, pure love and bliss. Actually, I really believe in that. And I was like, damn, makes sense. And I was like, damn, it's awesome. That's my first tattoo. As you can see on my tattoo, a lady is wearing Anubis as a crown. Anubis is the god of death, and the lady for me symbolizes life, who give life here on this planet. Women, female, all of it. I symbolize you guys as gods, Mother Earth, right? And women protects their family, especially their children, no matter what the cost, and they will do anything just to survive. For my third tattoo, as you can see, it's Paul the alien. For sure, every one of you already watched that movie where Paul basically is an alien who did a lot of stupid stuff. Hey Paul, let's get your tattoo. And I was like, okay, I'm down. Then one thing I was thinking, what kind of tattoo should I put? We were like thinking really hard about it, but I don't know, it ends up being Paul the alien because my name's Paul, and Paul, like, we love doing crazy things, maybe that's why. Then my fourth tattoo, it's on my back. As you can see, it's the symbol of Leo and the symbol of Libra. Pretty much there's something like I wanna tell you the story about it, but it's really too complicated. Pretty much that's it. Yeah guys. So guys, by the way, those are my 4 tattoos. Pretty much that's the only thing I'm gonna talk about it. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Did I just burp? Yeah, the old podcast. Follow our Instagram, the old podcast, and don't forget to follow me at BELLODOE and Cameron Caffrey. Thank you guys for always watching us. Take care, and pretty much that's it. Paul BELLODOE signing out. I love you guys. Peace.
Thank you again, Paul, for those lovely words. And just like the last time, I have no clue what he just said because at the time of this recording, he still hasn't sent the video. But knowing Paul and the lovely lad that he is, I'm sure that he said some really cool words. Yeah, he did, right? Okay, so my tattoos. A lot of my close mates already know the meaning behind my tattoos, but I thought, why not make this video for you lot that I haven't met yet and are curious about the meaning behind them? And also, it's just a fun little video to make during lockdown. I knew ever since I was a toddler I was going to get tattoos, primarily because my dad has a bunch of tattoos, and growing up seeing them on him, I just thought that they were incredibly cool. So tattoos have never been like a massive deal for me, in a sense where I was never scared with the fact that they were permanent, It's just like, it's there, it's cool, like have fun with it. Long story short, I just wanted to be responsible when I got my first tattoo, so I waited till I was 18 just to like make my parents happy, like especially my mom. My mom's Filipino, so it's like tattoos, A few weeks after my 18th birthday, I was like, do you know what, it's time. So with that being said, this massive tattoo on my forearm here is my first tattoo. When I tell people that it was my first, they usually freak out, but I don't know. It didn't really seem that big to me. For those of you who are wondering what it is, it's essentially a tattoo to show my Scottish side, because I'm half Scottish and half Filipino, if you didn't know. So I got a ribbon on top that says Scotland, a ribbon on the bottom that says freedom, because of like Braveheart, William Wallace, freedom, you know. And in the middle, I got a thistle, which is Scotland's national flower. I remember growing up and seeing thistles everywhere in our house in frames. You had like fake thistles in the vases and such. When I initially got this tattoo, it was just the ribbons and the thistle. I didn't have a St. Andrew's flag in the background, the blue Scottish flag. But I'll get back to when I did put in that blue flag. We'll get back to that later. It's cool to look back on because it's just like a fun thing I did when I was 18. Second tattoo, I actually got a lyric here by one of my favorite musicians. No, my favorite musician of all time, David Bowie. I got a lyric here from his song Heroes. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day. And that's quite self-explanatory. The meaning is literally right there in the lyric. You can be having so many things going on in your life, and you can have so many things to worry about. Of course, I don't at my age, especially your mental health and stuff. But you can be going through a lot of stuff, but just for one day, things can feel really, really good. And you can feel on top of the world. You can feel like the king of the world. You literally are a hero just for one day. And sometimes that one day is all you need. That lyric is so true. And I wanted to get it tattooed on me. As you can tell, it did blow out. The tattooist went a little too deep with the needle. I just had no chance of healing it properly. It just blew out and it went everywhere. When I noticed that this one looks really messed up now, it looks kind of cool. You can still kind of read it now. If like you squint your eyes a wee bit, you're still alive, man. After my hero's tattoo, I got my third tattoo on my shoulder here. It's a tattoo that says Stand By Me. That's a book written by Stephen King, but it was turned into a film in 1983, directed by Rob Reiner. And that's just by far my favorite film of all time. It's a film about friendship and loyalty, and it's just incredibly nostalgic. If you know me, I'm a sucker for nostalgic films. It's by far my favorite genre of film. It also includes my favorite actor of all time, River Phoenix. That's when I discovered River Phoenix for the first time, was in Stand By Me. I have 8 tattoos, by the way. If you did, I should have said that at the beginning. I'm so dumb. My fourth one was this one here. It's a swallow on my left hand. The traditional meaning behind it is that a sailor would get a swallow on their hand, chest, or neck after sailing 10,000 miles. But obviously, I haven't sailed 10,000 miles. Yeah, I suppose I don't have like a personal meaning behind this tattoo, but when I do this, it looks like it's flying, so that's pretty cool. Right, tattoo number 5 was... oh my gosh, I don't know which one it was. No, I think it was this one. I think it was this one here. It's on my inner left forearm, and it's my mother's handwriting that says, love you, Anak. Aww. Yeah, my mom's Filipino, and whenever mom sends me a message or talks to me in person, whenever we're saying goodbye, mom always ends it on love you, Anak. Mom says that like that's her thing, where she always wants to say love you or goodbye at the end of every conversation, no matter what type of conversation it is, whether it's text or personal. Just always say love you or goodbye, because you never know when that's your last goodbye or I love you. It's just the way mom types as well. She doesn't write Y-O-U, she always puts just the little U, and that's essentially the meaning behind it. Gosh, everything is just completely messed up. I messed up the order badly. I said I'll get back to the St. Andrew's flag. When did I put that in? Oh my god, I messed this all up. Gosh, Coco, we messed up, man. Just go back to sleep, you don't care. So essentially, when I got my Stand By Me tattoo, that's when I got the St. Andrew's flag put on. I got 2 tattoos on the same day. My dad told me to get the St. Andrew's flag put on because it looked incomplete without it. And he was right, it looks really complete with it. Okay, after the Love You Anak tattoo, am I on my 5th tattoo now? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5th tattoo. No, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, math. I didn't go to college. Okay, 6th tattoo now. We've got this. If you know me personally, you would know that I love books so much. And Narnia just happens to be one of my favorite stories. I legit have the entire book series up there. I'm just not going to get it. That's too much work. Yeah, Narnia. I love it so much. This scene is when Mr. Tumnus meets Lucy in the forest, when Lucy goes into the wardrobe for the first time. She goes into this world she's never been to before. And then she sees this strange looking guy who's a faun. He's like half goat, half human. But she's not freaked out whatsoever. And I love that scene so much because I looked it up as well, and everyone's like interpretation of that scene. She just has so much good in her heart and is incredibly sweet to the point where she just wants to make a friend. She doesn't see any red flags. She just wants to be nice to the stranger that she just met. It's hard to explain it, but yeah, I just love how it shows how all people like just deep down are genuinely good. And I think that's really important to like remind ourselves just to be kind to everyone else. And yeah, and also I just love Narnia. It's a great series, isn't it? Number 7 out of 8 was the most painful tattoo I've ever gotten. I got my ribs tattooed. To be fair, it did hurt quite a bit. I got a boat / ship on my ribs. Technically it's a Spanish galleon. I didn't know that, but after I got the tattoo, I showed my dad and he was like, that's a Spanish galleon. I was like, no, it's a boat, it's a ship. And he's like, no, you idiot, like a Spanish galleon is a type of ship. So I didn't even know until after I got tattooed. As you can tell, just like my swallow tattoo, my Spanish galleon tattoo doesn't have that much meaning, but the traditional meaning behind ship tattoos is home. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, it means home. Whenever people ask me what it means, I'm just like, it means boat, man. It's a ship, innit? Okay, we're on our last tattoo now. That's right, Coco. Be excited. We're on the last one. Right, so my latest tattoo was this one right here, which happens to be a lot of people's favorite, right next to the swallow tattoo. And it's a portrait of Ziggy Stardust / David Bowie. Yeah, that's about it, man. As I said earlier, my favorite musician by far is David Bowie, especially his Ziggy Stardust phase. I just really love David Bowie. Him as a person, his music, what he stands for. David and his career and his music really showed me that you can genuinely live in your own reality, where everything is perspective and it's just all you and how you see things. And I also have a massive respect for David because he believed in that so much to the point where he just generally did not care about what other people thought. He kept doing what made him happy as long as he wasn't hurting anybody else, and I thought that was wicked. During the 70s, he was a massive figure on the glam rock stage. He put on a lot of makeup, he wore like these high patent leather boots, he wore tights, and he was just happy, man. You can't help but respect that, you know? Even if it's not your style, you have to respect him for being him. And the fact that he had enough courage to do that during that time. And I don't know, it's hard to put into words as well, but I have so much respect for that, for people who just do what they want and are like 100% truly themselves in front of anybody else. He's just one of those artists that make you feel less lonely. And yeah, that's my tattoos, everyone. That was a really bad video, holy. Just a few things I'll end up with my tattoos. I don't think about it too much, as you can tell. Yeah, I just have fun with it, as everyone else should. Don't get like too deep into your tattoos and don't let it control your life, like how you feel if it turns out to be messed up like this one here. Just accept it, man. Have fun with it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry again for just how messy it is. I'm sorry for how unactive Coco is. She just sleeps all day. She's 11 years old, if you didn't know, so let's cut her some slack. Have you noticed how she folds her paws like that? Look how she folds her paws. She's so elegant, isn't she? Paul, I miss you, mate. I miss a lot of my friends out there. I'm just chilling here with Coco. We're safe. I hope you lot are safe. Make sure to wash your hands every now and then. Wear a face mask if you go out. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. That would mean the world. And yeah, I'll see you lot next time. Say goodbye, Coco. She's licking her paw. That's her way of saying goodbye. Okay, bye guys. Take care.